Hello farmers and welcome back to Pallegney on Farming Simulator 25. Right where we left off at the end of the last episode, harvesting our sorghum. And almost got another full combine load, which is good. The trailer is almost full, so we're going to bring that down to our grain/oil mill. And we can start making some flour with that. So, I've been doing a lot of thinking since I recorded the last episode about the goats, and yeah, the goats are going bye-bye completely. We're just going to go ahead and sell the goats. We're just going to be making too much milk, and then which will make too much cheese, and yep, drive through the crop. Don't want to be doing that. But yeah, I think we're just going to be making way too much money off of them. I've been saying that for many episodes, and now for some reason the pen holds even more goats than before, when I haven't done nothing except I updated the map. We went from like 179 goats to now it holds like 212 goats or whatever it is. I did sell some goats in last episode, but you know, some people may say, well, you still don't really have a whole lot of money. But by the time I sell the goats that we have, and I sell the enclosure for the goats, and then of course I will sell the dairy production as well once we get through all the goat milk that we have. And we sell that, which I probably won't until we sell the goat cheese in, well, it could be September or October, which could be this episode. I mean, we'll be bringing, you know, I think when I sell the goats, I'll maybe get maybe 50,000 for the goats that we have in there. The pen, now, the pen didn't cost that much, but the fencing cost quite a bit. I don't know if I get a full refund on the fencing or not. I don't know. But we'll find out. But by the time it's all said and done, by the time I sell the goat cheese, the goats, the pen, the production buildings, yeah, we're going to be up to near 300,000, which is pretty darn good for where we currently are. Anyways, 34,000 liters of sorghum currently that we have harvested. Of course, we still got some in the combine, and of course, we still got another field to go. So let's get down to our grain mill. The grass field will still stay. That, you know, part of the grass field was for the goats, but yeah, we're still making silage bales off of that to be converted over to silage, and then of course it gets put into the BGA. Had to think for a second of where I need to be going, but it should be down here, not far at all. I don't know where the drop-off point is. And I don't know what kind of trailer. Is this a side tip? A back tip? I have no idea. Alright, so where am I going for this? I'm hoping I'm at the right place, because that'd be even more embarrassing. Does it tip in there? Oh, do I got to back up to that to tip into that? Oh, that's going to be rough. Let me just make sure I'm at the right place. I think I am. I'm like 99% sure, but that could mean I'm completely wrong. Yes. Oh, an articulated trailer to back up into there. Oh, that's going to be tricky. Tip side, back. Well, I'll give it a shot, which is not going to go well. Let's be honest. Articulated trailers and me don't get along, and now I got to back this up that far. I may do a jump cut here because you can imagine I'm backing up quite a ways here, and this tree is not helping me out at all. And already it's not going good. Yeah, when you thought of, oh, just get an articulated trailer, it's going to be fine. You did not know that this drop-off point was going to be this kind of a way, did you? No, you did not. Whoops, wrong part. Wait a minute, there's a wrench here. Didn't I see one over here as well? There is. But this one does nothing. So maybe it was moved in the map update, and for some reason, because it's not a new save, that is glitched. Yeah, could be. All right, I'm going to fiddle around with this trailer a little bit more. I'm going to try it. So give me a moment. Well, this may come a shock to you, but no, I wasn't even close. I think I gave it like 30 seconds, and I was like, no, the heck with that. That's not going to work. At least not for me anyways. But anywho, yes, we can start sorghum flour. Let's go ahead and activate that. And of course, the flour can just go on storing, so I have no place to put it elsewhere. One thing I was thinking about doing, because it is August, and I'm not sure if our planter does it. I think I've gone past planters. Where was I? Planters. Does my planter do canola? No, it does not. I was thinking about planting canola so I can make some canola oil for next season. I mean, the crops I got to stick with our planter. I mean, I could go ahead and lease the Valtra direct drill / planter and plant whatever I want. I mean, I could do soybeans, but I don't think I could do soybeans in this production, right? Or am I wrong on this one? So many different mods on production buildings. No soybeans in that one, but that's fine. All right, let's get back and get to harvesting. See, our money's going to go up quite a bit today. Like I said, we're going to get rid of the goats completely. Yeah, I just feel at the current state that it's going to be in. I thought about also I could have done with the goats is once they get mature, go ahead and sell them. And of course, I get $1,000 every time the goats are mature. And I'd probably get like a little bit of milk from them. But it was like, yeah, no, it'd just be too much of a hassle making sure they got feed and all that. Let's just go ahead and get rid of the goats. And then I can get my field back and I can plant another crop into there as well. Yeah, I'm not going to keep that as a grass field. We do enough grass work as it is. I think that's close enough for my combine, is it not? I say my combine. The combine is leased, the header is ours. Actually, I don't remember. What's in the sale page? Even though I just recorded last episode last night. Actually, last episode has not even gone live yet as I'm recording this. Yep, okay. I remember all the stuff that's in there. There's a case tractor that's in there. Yeah, I'm really holding out that maybe after this harvest season that another farmer will put their combine up for sale. It'd be kind of cool if it was actually this particular combine right here because we know what works this particular header. So yeah, once we finish up the harvest, we'll go ahead and sell the goats, get what little milk that they have left for us, put that into the dairy production. And yeah, I got like over $100,000 worth of goat cheese waiting to be sold. And like I said, I can't remember, was it... Wait, do I still have that sheet somewhere? I think I do. Let me see. I think it's this one right here. I think I paid $159,000 for that goat pen between the fencing and the enclosure itself. Well, the entire enclosure was $159,000, give or take. Usually you get about half back. But I'm guessing I'm just going to get the money half back on the shed itself, not the fencing. I might be wrong. And of course, whatever we get for selling the goats too. The goats were a good idea. But man, I guess I didn't really calculate when I put them down ages ago of how much money they were actually going to bring us. Was not expecting to be making as much as we are. Which is not a bad thing, again. But I also don't want to be making so much money and just having it sit there and trying to figure out what to do with it. Because we only can buy from the used section. And I don't want to start taking the money and buying more production buildings because that just means making more money as well. And I did have a thought about, we'll take the goats out and put in sheep and just sell the wool. Yeah, I was just like, you know what? Let's just get rid of it completely and get myself another arable field back. So this field alone got me quite a bit amount of grain, more than I thought I was going to get. Let's see how much more we can get off this field, and of course the other field combined. And then I'll have to help out the trailer when I get back to the grain mill. So one thing I will have to keep in mind is if a trailer does come up for sale, make sure it's not articulated, because I'm going to be making probably a lot of trips to the grain mill in the future. And I don't want to be using super strength every time to get the trailer in the trigger. I think I will get the rest of the grain into the harvester, but I don't think I'm going to get the entire harvester into the trailer. So it'll be 2 full trailers, and whatever we got left is what we harvested for sorghum. Yep, got a little strip back here. So I was thinking, you know, maybe I should have a look at maybe planting some mustard. Because that's a crop I can't remember I have done before or not in Farming Simulator. Definitely not in 25. Let's see if this will all fit in there. I doubt it. I think it holds, what, 34,000, that trailer? Yeah, I'm going to fill that trailer for sure. Let me just have a look, because I'm not sure. Grain headers. Is it the header that I have? Can that do mustard? Which one do I have here? I got this one right here. I do believe that is mustard. So yes, the harvester header that I have, that should be the icon for mustard if I'm not mistaken. Let me check the calendar, because the calendar will show me the mustard. I do need to plant that in August. Now, if I want to plant canola, like I said, I think I'm going to lease this drill right here. Will this do mustard? Yes, it will. So I can plant canola and mustard with this direct planter. I keep wanting to say direct drill, but you know what I'm saying. And yes, we got a little bit of extra left over. Let's go deliver this grain, come back, empty out the harvester. Like, return the harvester. Again, the header is ours. Got to make sure I unfold the header first, put it in transport mode, and then the John Deere can take that back to the farmyard. I think I've been driving on the left-hand side of the road, getting so used to Riverview driving on the left-hand side in Farming Simulator. Yes, also, just got to remind myself, if a trailer comes up and it's articulated, don't buy it from the used section, because I'm just not going to be able to back it on in. I mean, I'm sure eventually I could get it backed in, but boy, it's going to be a pain. Because just to even square it up, yeah, I'm not even going to bother even trying. Don't even try. Don't even try. You're not going to do it. Save yourself the agony. Save the viewers some agony. And just do that. Dump this on in. Another thing I have noticed today recording, I didn't notice it in last episode with a new update to the map. Like every 2 or 3 minutes, my frame rate drops quite a bit for about 5 seconds and then picks right back up. I'm not sure why or what's doing it. I may think maybe it's the train when it goes through. Maybe if I'm close up to the train, that has something to do with it. Because it makes no sense of where I'm at. I didn't have any frame rate problems before. So I'm not sure what's causing that. Again, I may have read the patch notes wrong on the update to the map, but I did not see where it said a new save was required. And I wanted to give a new crops to go, and there was a couple things in the update I had interest in. But I may, if I keep having frame rate problems, I may have to revert back to the old version of the map, which would be kind of troublesome because I'm getting ready to plant, I think, some mustard into a field. All right, let me just drive this forward a little bit. And I definitely want to go ahead and get... How many hours I got in the combine? Oh, 0.6. So not even close to the 1 hour. So I got plenty of time. All right, we'll turn the harvest off. I'll return that in just a moment because I got to return this trailer as well. So 34 and 34 is 68. And we got 2,000. So just a little over 80,000 liters of sorghum. That is a pretty good harvest, in my opinion, off of those 2 fields. And that is going to be a lot of flour that we'll have to sell come January. I think sorghum, I think I get less liters of flour from sorghum. So if I put in 80, I might get 70,000 liters of flour. And flour is not quite 1,000, so I may get $60,000. Maybe a little bit more than 60 when we sell it in January. Is that close enough? Negative Blackbird. That is not close enough. Again, I apologize for using super strength, but there's articulated trailer. There's no way I was going to back it in here. If I knew for sure that's the way the drop-off point was, I definitely would not have leased this trailer, knowing the troubles it was going to give me. Vehicles leasing. The case. Yep, return that. And then the Brantner. Yep, I do like the trailer, because it does a lot of stuff for us, but yeah, I just can't. And yeah, I know someone's going to probably mention it. You may have already put it in the comments below. I do know of the mod that for articulated trailers, it will lock the front axle so it doesn't turn like that. I try to use those kind of trailers once in a while, just try to get a little bit more practice, and maybe someday I'd be good at it. But I tend to give up rather soon when trying to practice with it. Again, this is a header that we bought from the used store. I think I got it for 80,000. And for now, I'm just going to park it right here around the corner, because I really have no other place for it. Oh, there goes my frame rate again. And then picks right back up, so I'm not sure why it does that. Anyways, yes, the sheep. Uh, it's time to say goodbye. Sorry, the goats. Yeah, I don't have sheep. I just keep thinking sheep pen, but there's goats in there. Alright, out you go. Yeah, you guys aren't worth a whole lot. They're newborns. They're not even a month old, I don't think. But we'll get 3,500 for them. That's not bad. Alright, then we got these fine creatures. We'll get 45.37 for those. And I know there's probably some people already upset that we're doing this, but they need to go. 14,500 for those. And now we're getting up to some well-paid ones, I do believe. 27,500 for those. And last but not least, 47,500 for those goats. So that gets us up to 205,000 already. Let me now just back up a little bit, go into construction mode, and then click on that. Yeah, I'm just getting the half the money back on the barn itself, not the money I put down for the fencing, which kind of sucks a little bit, but it is what it is. And actually, let me also go into here, and I want to smooth this out. Because I'm probably going to make that into a field again, or part of the field. But you can see where the grass field used to go over to. Yeah, I do got some rocks there, so I'll probably, because it's going to look kind of weird if I were to, well, I want to need to plow it up anyways, right? But let's at least make it dirt where that is. So I'm not plowing up rocks. Not getting rid of the rocks completely, are we? That one will. Forest needles. Okay, that's fine. That's all good. And that just leaves this right here, which is now floating. Actually, instead of using the trailer, let me pick this up and bring it back. And you know what? Since I don't need to transport the milk that much anymore, and I just need to do the bales, maybe I should return that trailer. Oh wait, this grass is ready for harvest, which means in September that will be cut. So maybe I'll keep the trailer one more month so I can transport the bales next month. Let me just make sure this field is also ready for harvest. It's the first harvest stage, but now we got to wait till the third one, which is fine. Less cutting. So the grass bales that are in there, when I cut the grass in September, I'll take the grass bales out of there and wrap them up also. So yeah, there we go. How much do I have for milk in here? Yeah, so that's going to go through, that's going to make roughly about 9,000 to 10,000 liters of goat cheese. Quite a bit. But we are not done for this month. Let's go ahead and, probably should go ahead and I'll get the AgroStar of putting down a layer of fertilization in one of these fields, while we go ahead and rent the Valtra, so we can plant some mustard and, of course, some canola. So the mustard, I don't think, I have nothing to do with the mustard other than harvest it and sell it. We're just going to plant it just to get a good look at it. Since I don't own the initial farmyard, I don't have a way to make, I think it's going to be called jarred mustard. What is that going to be called? Is it jarred mustard or mustard jarred? Jar of mustard. I have no way to make that. Unless, hold on. Did he actually put it in here to a building I can buy? Because I think in the description it says at the farmyard you can now make jar of mustard. And I don't think It's a separate production I can put down. It's not one I can buy either. But I'll have another look at it just to see. Is there one on the map? Yeah, I can't even. That's the wrong page. So we got the bakery, which does bread and cakes. We got the biogas. We got carpentry. We got the dairy. And we got a sawmill. So there's not. I can't even buy it at the farmyard. I guess you got to initially own it. Alright, so we get a layer of digestate down in this field here. So this will be the field of mustard, because it's the smaller one. When is the best time to sell the mustard? Not that it matters, because we're going to plant it and just see what it is. Mustard is probably going to be up in this category. Mustard. Best time to sell it is December. I'll probably be harvesting it in, like, if it's like canola, because canola is planting in August and September and harvest in July and August. So, yeah, I may want to store that in the silo, which I do not have yet. Oh, well. I mean, I got another year to get there. All right, let's go ahead and planters. We're going to lease this right here. Fertilizing unit, yes. Brand does not matter. We can go with a fancy color. I say a fancy color, but we can just go ahead and we'll select blue, because why not? Lease it for $5,500. And we'll come down to our seed hut and fill that up. Boy, it looks kind of weird now there without the goats being there. What will I plant there? It's a good question. Maybe... Oh, it is August. That's a month early for wheat or barley. I guess I'll just leave that field there until next season. Maybe and plant more sorghum in that. And of course I can do that with the planter that we already have. Or maybe just keep the drill overnight. And then I can plant wheat or barley with this. And I know what you may be thinking. Well, why do you have your own planter if you're not going to really want to use it? Because it takes forever. It just takes forever. And that cannot do wheat or barley. Yeah, so we're going to go and put this on mustard first. Got a long list of things it can do. Now, this farmer didn't harvest their crop for some reason. So yeah, we're up to $244,000 after selling the goats. And when I sell that goat cheese next month, or possibly in October, that's like $120,000 before the bonus. So yeah, we're going to be up near $400,000-ish if I don't buy anything from the used section. Yeah, I'm not going to bother cutting this grass over here. Don't get nervous. I know some people are like, no, more grass to cut again. Solid fertilizer, fill that up. And fill that up with some seed. Yeah, with this planter, it's going to take no time at all. Are you already doing the headland on this field? The AgroStar is getting along rather quickly. Let's see how you are doing. Okay, you are doing the headland, outside headland, then you're going to do the inside headland. Well, I'll give them a few moments to take care of that. All right, now that Frank is out of the field, I can go ahead and start planting our mustard. And Now Frank, or whoever, is over there fertilizing that field, which will be canola. But let's go ahead and get this mustard in. Of course, we're not going to really see anything special today, other than we just know the crop is in. We'll have to wait till it grows to see exactly what it is. I want to say I've done mustard before. I just don't remember on what map. I'm thinking in 22 I must have done it. Could have been Goldcrest Valley. Could have been Hinterland. Those are the two maps I can think of right off the top that maybe I did mustard in. I may have done it in 19. I don't know. But it does feel like there's a crop. I've done the crop before, but it's been so long. Yeah, we need to do it again. But yeah, unfortunately, the only thing I can do with the mustard is after harvesting it is just go ahead and sell it. And that's fine. We should make some money off of it. Not a whole lot, but we'll make some money. I probably won't, I was thinking about, I should have a silo, but I think most of the crops I put in are going to be crops for our grain / oil mill that we just went to. So why would I need a silo for that type of crop? And putting down a silo for one crop and trying to make a little bit extra money off of it isn't worth it, because the amount of money I'm going to spend on a silo will offset any profit I would probably make on the crop anyways. So I think we'll just harvest it and sell it and get rid of it once we do harvest it. That fence back there, I think it's part of the main farm. When I say the main farm, I'm talking about the main farm on the map. That might be like for the goat pen, or not the goat pen, but a cow pen. Oh, I got goats in the mine now. I've been saying sheep for goats. Now I'm calling cows goats. But who knows? Maybe, fingers crossed, maybe in the next month or so, we will see that Case Combine come up for sale. And that works pretty good with our header that we have. And this is the drill I will get excited about if it ever comes up for sale, because direct drill / planter does all the basic crops. It's got a good working speed that I modified it to. It's going to be my go-to drill in other series as well. I mean, I'm using it on Riverview right now until like a 12-meter wide seed drill, direct drill, comes out. Which I'm surprised one hasn't, because there were quite a few of them out in 22. Of course, this field will get weeds into it because I did not plow it this year. Actually, we bought the field in the wintertime, and it had spinach in it, and when April came around this year, we used our little planter that we had and put sorghum into it. But the mustard should look kind of interesting. I mean, it kind of has a look of canola in a way from the icon that we can see. So I think that's why it's the same planting season and harvest season. So I think they just pretty much like took canola and just made it look a little bit more green and less yellow for flowering. I do love mustard on most of my meals. I mean, especially spicy mustard. Not much of a ketchup type person. I lean towards the mustards. Man, this seems so much faster than the current planter that we have in the shed around the corner. But I mean, that's a 4-meter wide. This is a 11-meter wide. So almost 3 times as wide. I'm not sure what the working speed is of that planter, but I'm going to guess it's 7. It's definitely not faster than this one. No, I don't think it's 11. It might be 9 miles an hour. Now I got to check. Now we have to check. 9 miles an hour working speed. So 2 miles an hour faster and 3 times as wide. And before you know it, this mustard will be in. Yeah, I think I'll keep the drill overnight. And in September, we'll put in either barley or wheat. Where the goats were. I think it was a good call on getting rid of the goats. But leave me a comment as to what you think. Was it a good call getting rid of the goats, or are you kind of not agreeing with getting rid of the goats? Or what would have you done differently with the goats? Because I did look in last episode, even like, okay, get rid of the dairy production, not make the cheese out of it. But even the goat's milk seems to sell for a really good price. And I still think with that many goats, it would have been still a lot of money coming in. I mean, I'm happy I had the goats up to this point because, you know, it does give us some money to be able to buy the things that we have gotten and we'll be getting here in the near future, I hope, if certain items come up for sale. All right, mustard is in. Let me switch this over to canola. Did I go by it? No, there it is. How's my worker getting along in that field? So this field, yep, looking really, really good. Oh, looks like this got to do one more headland. So I'm thinking I'll let them get done, and yeah, why not? I was thinking about wrapping up here, but I think we'll go ahead and get that canola put in, and then we can just kind of zip on through the rest of the month and see what comes up for sale, if anything. Francine is just about done fertilizing this field for us. And since I'm sitting in here with her in a way, just going to head on down the road. And we'll top this AgroStar off with some diesel. And then we'll get to planting our canola. Yeah, by getting this done now, one thing I can do, because September, as I mentioned, the grass fields will need to be cut. By getting this done and we get to the month of September, I can do the grass cutting off camera. And that way when we start next episode, I guess I'll be picking up the silage bales. And then we can get to planting our wheat or barley. Not sure what crop I want to do yet. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter too much. Someone put that light pole in a bad spot. Right where I need to back up and turn around. Still got a good amount of digestate in the BGA. And actually, I don't think I need any fertilizer for the grass field, because being a grass field, it doesn't lose its fertilizing stage, because I never mowed it. It was just the goats eating the grass that was there. Boy, it does look very empty over here now for some reason. But in a sense, the only thing that was really there, you know, other than the goats, was the shed, which was right there. So it's not like it was taking up the whole grass field, but just, just by not seeing the goats in the field, I guess, and the fence around it, it just feels very vacant. All right, back into the John Deere. And let's get this canola in. So yeah, the canola next year, that'll be off to the oil/grain mill. Mustard, yeah, we'll just sell it. Yeah, weeds are growing. But we got ourselves a hoe. We can take care of the weeds, no problem whatsoever. So yeah, with the planter that I have, that we own, it took me about an hour to plant sorghum in this field last time. So I'm actually going to put this at real time. And actually we're starting at 13:30, which is 1:30 in the afternoon. And I'm guessing it probably won't even take me like 10 minutes maybe to plant this field. Make sure I'm on canola. Yep, we are. We're all good. Yeah, I've done a little canola in FS25. Not a whole lot. Just recently I started planting it on Riverview for making canola oil to bring to the bakery to make special goods on that map. Trying to remember if I don't think I did a whole lot of canola on fresh stalks. I did sunflower, a big field of sunflowers on fresh stalks. And on Riverbend, I don't think I did anything with canola or sunflowers. So just like that in the month of August, we woke up and these two fields were sorghum. And pardon me, yeah, by the end of the month, we're going to have a field of mustard and a field of canola. And since it's the same crop, these both will be able to be harvested in the same month next year. So if I don't have a harvester by then, and I at least get these two fields done. But the other field, wheat and barley, will be a month off. Or no, wait a minute. Let me have another look at this here. If I plan this right, mustard is in August. Canola is in August. Barley, wheat should be, I think I can do wheat in August. Yes. So, yeah, we'll plant wheat over there. So, just in case we don't have a harvester by then, if I plant wheat over there, it'll be the second month to harvest the wheat, but it'll be fine. And I can harvest all three fields in the same month. And leasing a combine, I won't have to keep it overnight. So, yeah. We're planting wheat over where the goats were. All right, I feel like we got some solutions going on here, and it's starting to look pretty good. Pretty good for next season. All right, so like I said, it shouldn't take me too long to get this this field planted with this planter. And once we get done, I think I'm done for the month. I don't have to check on the goats anymore. We have no animals. I don't think I'll be adding animals to the series after this. I don't think so, but plans can change. But for now, yeah, I think we're done having any husbandries on the map at all. No pens. We'll just do some land farming. All right, let's get this field done.
Well, maybe it was fate or a part of his plan. Giving me you was like giving me another chance. Thank God that you said hi, 'cause I was way too shy. What would have happened if you just had passed me by the night? We keep on drinking, keep on wishing for
think my 10 minutes are up. It is now 13:40. But yeah, still a lot better than a whole hour. Yeah, so it's going to be like about 12 minutes or so. And once I get done, I'm going to make sure I flip this drill over to wheat, just in case I don't remember next time I record an episode, which I'm recording this and it's, what's today? Today's Wednesday? Yeah, today's Wednesday as I'm recording this. And I probably won't be recording the next episode until like maybe next Monday. So I want to definitely make sure I put this on wheat because I may log back in and kind of forget what I was doing. Yeah, I also don't know if I mentioned about it yet in this episode, so if I did, I apologize, but a couple comments came in asking if I was going to buy the main farm itself. On older episodes, or it's been asked a couple times in previous episodes, and no, my plan is to build my own farm on this lot here, which I don't need to take up this entire field to make our farmyard, because, I mean, right now, I got all the sheds I need, which is one. But I think, once we get ourselves a harvester and maybe another tractor or two, another shed is all we're going to pretty much need. I don't need a whole lot, so we're not going to lose too much of this field. And I may put my home down where the hobo home is, as I call it. Because, like I said, I don't think I'm going to need a silo, because most of the crops I'm going to put in will probably just bring to the grain mill to make oil and flour. So I don't really need a silo down there. I'm trying to think what else I would need to put down there right now. And I can't really think of anything. And of course the dairy production will be sold once we get all the milk processed and all the cheese sold. And I probably would get like $20,000 for that production. That production building is not that expensive. But there we go. Our canola is put in. Our mustard's put in. Yeah, let me switch this over to wheat. There it is. And when I log back in about 5 days or so, I'll be like, I put that on wheat. Why am I planting wheat here again? And they'll finally click. So as for that little piece right there, yeah, I'm just going to plant around it for now. Because I don't have a plow or cultivator to rough that up to put it back into a field state. This is kind of under the shed. Mostly it is. We'll check the sale page just for now. Same stuff that's been there before. And we'll fast forward till later in the day. Oh, that's late enough. Sale page. Well, a Zeter tractor and a Krone Big X for forage harvesting. Yeah, not what we are looking for. None of that, please. Let's get into our lovely little mattress here. Wake up at 8 o'clock, of course, in September. Grass fields, it should be ready. But again, like I said, I'll do those off camera, which won't take me that long to do. So it looks like leasing fee was almost $1,300, so that planter was a little bit more expensive. Of course, we got this as well. So this should be done processing everything. Yeah, we got just shy of 65,000 liters of cheese. Let's check the store page, and boy, they keep trying to sell me these mowers. Does Pallegney have a deal with Samaz, maybe? Maybe that's the way you pronounce it? These mowers come up for sale quite often. I got a set myself. Yeah, nothing in the sale page that we need. And as for the stock market page, how is the cheese doing? 1909, and it says the price is going down, But what's it doing at the small farmer's kiosk is what we need to know. Goat cheese, small farmer's kiosk. Well, price is going down. Well, I suppose let's not wait any longer. Let's go ahead and sell that now, I guess. I was going to do it next episode. But, you know, if I'm going to be cutting grass and time will be advancing, that just means the price of the cheese is going to go down. So, it shouldn't take me too long to sell it. So, yeah, the AgroStar will be in the field of canola. And, yeah, let's go ahead and just look at the mustard. I don't think we're going to really see much of anything currently. Oh, yeah, it does look a lot different than... Let's see if the first stage looks different than the canola itself. I think it looks pretty much the same. But that does say canola. And you can see what that vegetation does look like. And then... mustard. Looks the same. Looks exactly the same currently. That's fine. It's when it flowers, it'll look a little bit different. Alright, let's go ahead and sell our goat cheese. And then I can sell the dairy production. I will have one pallet that's still inside, but I think when I sell the production, it will sell the cheese that's inside. If it does, it does. If it doesn't, then yeah, it's fine. Yeah, who put that tree there? I don't know. Oh, we're close enough to the spawn point to grab it all. I think I'll have more than one trailer load, though. I think I can do 3 or 4 stacks, maybe, of goat cheese. Trailer didn't load fast enough for the spawn point, so it clogged up. Alright, that's all I can take for now, but one more trailer load after this. And I think, like I said, after I do the grass bales for September and wrap them up and put them into the bale shed, I may return this trailer and yeah, we'll see what happens if it comes up for sale in the used section or not. But even the John Deere AR is not like in Holland this many liters of goat cheese. I'm thinking the trailer doesn't like that much weight. So, yeah, we're going to be just shy of 400,000 once we sell all of this. Not just this load, but the next load. Alright, there was 96,000 for that. Trying to avoid driving into our canola too much. It's not going to destroy the crop because it's in the first growth stage, but still, you don't want to drive through it too much. It does seem that earlier on, as I was recording, every once in a while, like every couple minutes, I was getting to where my frame rate dropped quite a bit. I'm not getting that anymore, so I'm not too sure what that was all about. But it appears to have stopped, whatever was causing that. Who knows, maybe my PC was starting to do something in the background I'm unaware of. Maybe it has nothing to do with Farming Simulator at all. 28. That might be it. Nope, I got 2 more pallets, and then that third one is not going to spawn. All right, let's go in here. Construction. And 25,196. Do I get also the goat cheese? No, I do not. So any material left inside, you get nothing for it. Unless it's already adding it to the total when it shows you when you sell it. Could be doing that. Stay off the road. It sounds kind of weird saying it like that. But yeah, it's almost better to drive off the road than on the road sometimes. Been doing that a lot on Riverview. Those side roads on that map are really rough. Alright, so we're at basically 346,000. Maybe I'll get to 400,000 after selling the dairy production. Ooh, 414,000 in the bank account, which is great. I just need things to come up for sale. But again, we could go ahead and just buy some more land. That's always an option, but I'm not going to buy it now. Or should I? Because I got the planter to plant crops with. Something more to think about in between episodes. But yeah, one interesting episode I would say for sure. One, we didn't do any grass work, so some people are going to be happy about that. But two, we sold the goats, dairy production. We got the harvest finished, and we planted in mustard and canola into our fields. And yep, now it's time. Like I said, I'll get the grass cutting done in between episodes. Park that up there right for now, because the grass is ready. So we'll get our 48 bales. Those other bales should be fermented today as well. When I mean today, I mean in the month of September. Can I see what they are fermented at? Or are they all just going to say... No, they all just say grass. But they should be this month. So those will go to the BGA. Those other grass bales, true grass bales, I'll get those out and we'll wrap those up along with these bales. And then put them into our shed. We got the shed, of course, because if a tornado comes through, our bales are protected, so we're all set there. But the BGA would be busy, and yeah, that'll mean another $70,000 from the BGA. So, yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're going to have $500,000, not quite $500,000, but pretty close to it. So, yeah, if nothing comes up for sale in the meantime, maybe... I'm on the wrong page. I want to be on this page here. I wonder what they have going on in these fields here. So that is going to be harvested, and this sunflower field is not yet harvested. What do they actually have in that field? Potatoes. Well, that is a field I could buy. I mean, I could buy any field, actually, with the amount of money we have. 188,000. Definitely, we'll have keep our eye on it throughout the month of September, but we'll deal with that next episode. But anyways, if you made it this far in the episode, congratulations, you made it to the end. And if you made it this far, I would assume you may have liked the video. So if you want to help me out, hitting that thumbs up button will do more than you know. Thumbs down button's there as well, so you can hit that if you like to. Leave me a comment as to why you hit the thumbs down button, but no one ever leaves a comment as to why they did. If you're new here, hopefully you've already done this part too. You might want to hit that subscribe and notification bell so you don't miss out more content like this. But that's going to wrap it up for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you again right here in Pallegney. But until then, have a good one.